What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am a top player in Risk, Global Domination, a daily show on YouTube, twice daily in fact. You can subscribe to Free Pete to the Kill Pete strategy. Come along the ride with me. I've been doing additional bonus content on the Patreon and the YouTube memberships, folks. This is the negotiation game. Your advanced fixed capitals with true random dice, with alliances on, no fog, no blizzards, no portals, and I'm in the third seat today. Playing is green. There are your settings. We've done many iterations. I'm actually curious, how many iterations of the negotiation game are we on? Like, we got to be over 100 now. I love these settings. I came up with them kind of on a whim. 106 episodes in the playlist as of time of recording. I came up with these settings as a win, right? As a whim. I wanted to come up with 90% plus win rate settings. I think I succeeded pretty handily in that mission. Oh, I have no good cap spots. All right, I'm going to choose the top of Russia then. Choose the middle of Russia, I guess. Maybe that's the play. The top and the bottom kind of guard one of the entries. Yeah, let's do the top, actually. Take Scandi first. Scandi into Russia. Oh, okay. Well, it's a bot, and they chose my bonus. All right, that's going to slow me down. So, yeah, Scandi into Russia has to be. And I'm going to need that bot cap, otherwise I don't get Russia. What's the best way to get the bot cap? Blue chooses Cadiz. Red chooses Rabat? Benghazi, as it's called. All right, so we lost weight in the open, so at least they're not stacking. But I'm going to need to get that cap quickly. Unless Magenta goes for it right away. No, they go for their own bonus. Okay, and red is next to Magenta. What am I going to start with? If I start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 troops, maybe I can roll the 4. Still not a great idea. I think slow Scandi into Russia is how I have to play it. Okay. Blue's going to get Spain. Yellow's going to get the noob corner. I need to see who's going to mess around. Blue doesn't get it. Turn 1. And quits. Okay. All right. Do I think I can pull this off? Yeah, I think we can. Hey, we got really good dice. All right. Excellent. Turn 1 Scandi into take the cap, I think. We enter into a 4-player game now because white decided they didn't actually want to play. Yellow takes the blue capital. 7v4 roll. Whee! Nice, and gets really good dice. Okay, so yellow's going to be massive. They're going to face no competition for the West, and the West is really strong. So let's try and figure out if we can have a relationship with them ASAP. Maybe they can test Magenta in the middle if Magenta gets big. Red breaks. Magenta will not be getting big. Okay. All right, so we get a little spice in this open. We lose blue, we lose white. And red decides to probably sink their own game to sink Magenta's, but they don't appear to know what they're doing or to be good. Yeah, they're taking terrible odds rolls. Avoid red. I don't change my behavior from this. I think I'm going to use only fresh troops, try to take the cap, fort the 3 down. Maybe I don't even need to do that because I don't know that I need to block yellow. Let's see, Magenta retake. Leave a stack there. He says, oops. I think the oops was yours, Red. I think the oops was yours. Let's see if we get the same type of dice as yellow on a 4-cap. Yes, we do. We get the same type of dice as yellow on a 4-cap. All right, that was bound to happen. Bit greedy. Magenta's got problems, though. Yellow takes Spain. Surely red must see that yellow and I actually now have really good positions. Does he protect the 4 in London? He doesn't protect the 4 in London. Ooh. Yellow being vulnerable there could be. I don't think I betray, but I'm thinking about it, right? I don't think I can afford to betray this early. Red breaks. Red continues to ruin their own game to ruin Magenta's, right? And that'll actually be great because me and yellow coming out of the kitty corners to the map means we'll probably end up first and second. And break. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. See, we see players play like this, and it's the way new players play. You know? It's like, well, I obviously can't let my neighbor have anything, otherwise they might use it against me. The thing is, you have multiple people with that same logic. Actually ends up with good neighbor being often the correct line. All right, so does Magenta get fed up with this? Leaves a 7, right? Now red won't be able to do anything. They won't be able to hold anything. We'll continue to risk the 4-cap for one more turn. If we get terrible dice here, we might lose it. I don't think we will get terrible dice here, though. And now we have our main cap is the bots. Yeah, both my caps are gonna be locked. Yellow takes noob corner. Well played. Yeah. Well played. The red is giving themselves lowest. Ooh, yellow's actually. Oh my god, I kind of think about betraying too often, perhaps, but no, I think I want to go first and second. Ooh, we get a 10 set though. Yeah, now red tries to hold a bonus, but it's far too late. I don't think Magenta's going to let them have that. And he goes for the cap. You started it, red. You get exactly what you deserve. Puts a troop on, eh? I'm going to offer the alliance at the point of a gun. Strange that he doesn't accept it. All right. That would be the moment that you would accept an alliance, if ever. With the gun pointed at your head. Yellow checks. Takes France. Takes the middle of the board. Now yellow's out in front uncontested. But I think you accept an alliance there as magenta 100 times out of 100 if you have any sort of instinct for self-preservation. Maybe he's a noob and he doesn't know how alliances work, in which case I'm glad I took his capital. All right, so red could still get the best dice you've ever seen, but it's much less likely if they don't have a set. He does not. All right, now magenta can't have a bonus. They can hold in their bottom capital. Noel Fugino. Do I recognize this name? And sets to kill red. Or sets or breaks me. Gives game to yellow. I mean, I already assume you're not my ally if you don't accept the alliance, so. Yeah, breaks me. Okay. So I think the correct move here is actually to abandon the Romania cap. In the hope that magenta will flip. But I don't know. Having an active open capital might be what I want instead. 25 for yellow. Yellow takes Germany here. Finally betrays. Yellow betraying, I think, would be probably... This would be the best time for them to do it. They don't. Okay. They take Africa. At any time, magenta can choose to accept the alliance. They don't, so... You know, it's starting to look like my best line of play here is second. But I want to play for first. Playing for first means I have to attack yellow. But I have to attack yellow before magenta is dead. Because I'm going to need magenta. I don't think we get out of second. I think second is our finish here. 3 for red. Man, look at that guard structure. Red is no longer playing. Magenta's almost defeated, but he'll take me with him, I think, because I took his capital. Should have accepted. He would be in a different situation if he accepted. You never know. Maybe I just fucking pummel yellow. Red quits out. Enjoyed some spicy enchiladas and had to run to the bathroom. All right, what do? Do you waste your precious time trying to break me? All right, I take Germany. I show full trust to yellow. I could have fucked them right up. Oh, I don't take Germany. I have a 50 cap. Yeah, we're getting the same, me and yellow. Now he's switching to D. Is he going to take Italy or is he going to break? Take Italy. That knows how to play. I wonder who flips first. Okay, he's guarding against me, though. That I don't care for. We want to attack him. Yeah. Kills red. Locks in his third. Oof. Maybe I kill him and go heads up. Yeah. I kill magenta and go heads up now with a big open capital. Me too. Close. Good roll on the cap. Now we're talking. Fuck yeah. So we have initiative. We have positional advantage. We have troop advantage. That's a good game. Think our alliance is over in the 1v1? No way, man. No way. Did our alliance end because there was no other players left alive in the game and I attacked you? I think it is. I think our alliance is indeed over. All right, 99 to 72. I have the whole board, so he's really not going to be able to do much from here. All massive dudes trade. This is what happens when you hang out with Kyle too much. All right, he's going to get that bottom cap for free, but both London and Cadiz are locked. I wonder if he forced troops to it. Did he get the blue kill? This one goes quickly from here. The game is decided by round 7. Well played, man. I like how yellow played. I thought about betraying them a bunch. I'm sure they thought about betraying me. But because magenta overextended, really didn't need to wait. Kill them and go into the 1v1 at advantage. All right, you can do a Q&A question before we end the show. This one is from Spotted Cow. Folks, if you have questions for me, I love answering them. Throw your questions up in the Kill Pete Strategy Discord Q&A thread, and they will be answered in priority sequence. And we even do priority Q&A for the server boosters. This one's from Spotted Cow. Hey, Pete, I started watching you a few months ago, and I picked up the game of Risk because of it. I quickly climb to Master and am grinding towards GM. I find myself getting second place and not winning many games. I believe my issue is I don't know when to go from friendly neighbor to game-winning move. What an excellent time to demonstrate that. Friendly neighbor to game-winning move, or not being able to successfully address or slow down a snowballing player across the map. You commonly talk about key moments in games that turn the table or swing the game in your favor. I realize experience has a lot to do with this, but would you have any additional insight as to how you identify those types of moments and how a noob like myself can work on identifying these opportunities in game to win games? Great question. Okay, I have an idea. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the different points in this game in my relationship with yellow. What a fucking perfect question for this video. And when it might have been correct, or arguably correct, for either of us to be loyal and to betray. Okay, folks, so repeat here. And the question is, I often find myself getting second and not winning, and I believe my issue is I don't know when to go from friendly neighbor to game-winning move. Or not being able to successfully address or slow down a snowballing player. Okay, this game has both of those, the game you just watched, and I'm going to point out the moments so you can identify them. So the very first sort of relevant thing that happened was yellow stole. Blue got bad dice, failed to take their bonus, and decided they didn't want to play this game, and they quit. Following that, yellow decided to steal their capital, got great dice, and I immediately take note of it, offer the alliance request, and he accepts. Okay, this is key moment number one. Relationship has now been formed between me and yellow. How far this relationship will go is up to us, and that is, the beauty and the tragedy of alliances in our game, and that is the thing I want to show with these headings. So, the next relevant thing is we stay loyal. So, I work on Russia. Works on Spain, right? At this point in the game, after our mutual second turn, he goes after me in the turn order. Also very noteworthy. Turn order matters. In terms of when to flip. Turn order very much matters. When to flip on an ally. This game actually isn't a true flip because yellow was in second when I hit him. The first time I hit yellow, he was already in second place. So he got the, as I always like to say, the best possible outcome from playing with me. Second. After our mutual turn 2, we both have 2 capitals. I'm on +3, he's on +4, and some ancillary territories. We have the exact same number of territories. So we're very equal. Equal in troops. Equal in caps. Almost equal in bonuses. Pretty good, right? This is the definition of a good ally, right? And also positionally, I pointed out in the game, and I'll point out again. My weight and his weight are on opposing sides of the board. So he counterbalances me, I counterbalance him, and then we can divvy up the middle and go first and second. My goal with a good ally is always to see if I can go first and second with them. And yellow is the perfect candidate for that. Now let's take a look at our third turns. So I expand into Russia. Yellow expands into the noob corner. And at the end of his turn, we end on... I now have a 4-troop lead, but he has a 4 territory advantage. We have the same number of caps, and I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and he's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 as well. Again, almost perfectly equal. Great. This is good, right? Things are good. I'm noticing now in my head that yellow is going to be strong because it is more likely, usually in these games, I don't love the West because there's usually a person here, a person here, a person here, a person here, something like that. So there's a lot more action in the West, and any of those wars can occur. Whereas if you're in the East, you simply don't really face pressure, mind you. So positionally, I prefer the East on these settings. However, I know the power of the West, and yellow having no counterbalancing force on his sphere is something that I'm concerned about. Let's move to our fourth turn. So this is sort of this is a destabilizing. This is the first time I break the equality. I push out towards Magenta's cap and I offer Magenta an alliance request. They do not decline. They refuse to answer. At least they don't decline. Declining would ensure that I hit it. But not answering still, I hit it. And I hit it because of the two ways of thinking about it. If Magenta doesn't want to ally me because he wants to be my enemy, then I should hit it. If Magenta doesn't ally me because he doesn't know how alliances work, I should still probably hit it. Because if he's too stupid to know that he should work with me there, then he's too dangerous to be left alive. And if he means me harm, then I should preempt it. So both lines of logic led to it being almost a guarantee that I was going to roll that 15v5 cap. Keep a player that's weak on these settings so that they die and the game progresses. You guys have noticed that in my fixed games, I've been stalemating them a lot less because I'm doing fairly aggressive moves. But after turn 4, the difference is now that I'm on 3 capitals. I only have a few fewer troops, few fewer territories, same number of cards, but my generation is going to start to fall behind, right? So I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm on plus 16. And plus my natch is 7, 16 plus 7. Whereas yellow is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now we're still kind of equal. I was a little bit intimidated by him, but I think my math is off, and I think we're still pretty equal, which is, I guess, telling because of why we were able to continue to work together. So we move to our turn 5, and I was worried that yellow was going to retaliate on me, and he does. So this advantages yellow. That magenta was going to retaliate on me, and he does. So this advantages yellow. So let's talk about our first moment. This would be the moment in the game, I think, if I'm yellow, that I betray me. And here's why. So, the relationships were red was antagonistic to magenta. Magenta finally overextended. Then I was antagonistic to magenta. Rock, paper, scissors. I'm weak, right? Yellow can, with very light attacks, with 1 break, 2 break, 3 breaks, break all 3 of my bonuses, which cost me 15, 16, 17, 18 troops on 3 open territories. I'm soft to yellow in a way that he is not soft to me. And we haven't actually checked the ranks yet, but I don't think yellow is much higher than an intermediate, maybe an expert. He used the alliance as well, but I think I'm soft. In this moment, I'm soft. And I would not have really begrudged yellow the break. But he doesn't. He stays loyal. And him staying loyal here, I think, won me the game. So turn 5 for yellow. Looks like he takes Africa. Sets up solid guards. Really solid guards. I like that he stayed loyal. I respect that he stayed loyal, right? It will ensure that we get first and second. But you got to look at opportunities like the one I did. When I attacked magenta there, I forced the action in the game, but also I took a major risk. And that risk is that now magenta and I are antagonists to each other, and then yellow can pull out in front as the single strongest lead player. I end up with 32 a turn. I make yellow's butthole pucker a little bit by by pointing a 45 stack at him, but I don't push it into him. I instead take an adjacent bonus next to his position that and I depressurize the border, kind of as a thanks to not breaking me. I say, let's move the stack over here. Yellow being loyal sped up the game, right? It allows us to get into a situation where he's getting 33 a turn, I'm getting 32 a turn. We're getting so many troops. He stays loyal here. This makes more sense than last turn. Right? He let me just generate 32 troops. And I've shown full loyalty. I'm not guarding against him, right? He's guarding against me. If anything, he's less trusting of me than I am of him, but he is showing He's also less willing to take an action, right? You might find yourself being yellow in this situation, spotted cow, not knowing exactly when the moment to betray is. And I think 2 turns ago, not this turn. This turn I now have an open 50, right? Doesn't look like it's threatening him. It's visually much more threatening to Magenta, but if I can do both, which I will, that's the type of cap you want. You want a cap that's open 2 ways, right? A cap that threatens your enemy, but also reciprocates against your ally. That's why the 50 is there, and that's what the 50 is for. And this is the end of the game now, right? Magenta takes out red, and I do the math in my head, and I go, I have initiative. I'm mostly equal to yellow, but I can delete all of their bonuses. I can delete their off-cap stacks. I can kill Magenta and put myself in a winning position this turn. So I line into noob corner. I make the kill. And Bob is, in fact, your uncle. The decision for me here, I hope, was more obvious to you. And if it isn't, that's what the 50 was for. Okay, the 50 was both to be able to kill Magenta and to be able to have initiative on yellow, which is what we do right now. We tear this man up. We give him the second he earned. I'm glad yellow was an ally. Yellow had basically one chance to flip the outcome. He says our alliance is over. Maybe he just doesn't understand that he had already earned second, right? Sometimes people don't understand that. If you're brand new to the show, with neutral bot, these flags actually lock in placement when the player surrenders. So those guys got 6th and 5th, respectively. Just because there's still a little bit of white and blue on the board doesn't mean that they have any sort of finishing placement. This game is already decided with yellow as second. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, defeating. Yeah, yellow's a novice. Well, you played great for a novice, man. Holy shit. All right, I didn't expect to see that. Very low-ranked lobby, in fact. That's how we get it done, folks. We've done nice and lickety split. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you found some of it fun and entertaining, maybe even a little bit educational and informative. If you are interested in getting better at the game of Risk, I invite you to subscribe to the channels and come along the ride with me. That's right, 2 channels, folks. Subscribe to Free Pete, blah, 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 blah. 14 shows a week. If you like the video, like the video. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. And until next time. For all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.